So here's another thing that I do want to like. I just want to like put a pin in it to spark just a question in you. I just want you to just think about this. I don't actually have an answer to this. I just want you to ask yourself this question. So like let's talk about hypocrisy in the black community for a minute, especially amongst like fathers or men. I'm not going to talk about the women just because like so many black women lack cross cultural awareness. Like black American women don't identify at all and don't understand the history world. They don't understand like world history. Some do, but it's like a very small percentage, and so they don't understand like how do you say like the real world struggles of like most black women. And then also like there's it's just really hard, right, being a woman in society. We've already talked about that, but let's talk about the hypocrisy for a second, because like I just feel like this conversation keeps coming up, and I just want you to like kind of like flow with me for a second so that you can, how do you say, like flow with me for a second so that you can understand maybe how you want to move given what you know. Okay, so let's just say that you had an iPhone, right? And you understood, because you have that iPhone, like you understand how much money it costs, like how valuable it is, all of the things that you can do with it, how to use it, that you can take pictures with it. Like you understand all these things about like what an actual iPhone is. Someone who maybe doesn't understand what an iPhone is might come across an iPhone and then devalue it because like they just don't know what it is or what it's capable of. I feel like this is actually the issue with daughters, women, young women. There are men out here who are saying, they're trying to say to the world, that black men are trying to say this: our daughters are so valuable. They say this, some of them say this to their own daughters: you are so valuable, you are valuable. But then those same men go out into society and they treat other women's daughters like they are not valuable. This is like the continuous action of most black men, like most of them. And then there's all these reasons, there's all this propaganda. They'll say, oh, well, she didn't value herself, oh, well, she was a this, don't, like J. Cole makes a song, don't save her, don't save her, don't save her, know the difference between a woman. And then Quincy makes a song, oh, she went from a queen and a princess to a hoe and a thought. They're putting on, oh, women with sex lives are hoes and thoughts, they're worthless, oh, blah, fuck them, right? Okay, so there's a group of women. We don't know who these women are, but there's a group of some women. They're hoes and thoughts. There are other women, queens and princesses or something. Now, how do you tell the difference? Do you have like a sign or something? Is there a sign on every girl that says, okay, thought, princess, slut, ugly, pretty, worthless, not worthless? Is that how you know? I don't know. But here's the thing that you, listener of people who critically think, do you respect yourself? I'm just asking you, person who subscribes to my channel. If you do, then wouldn't you just try to respect all the other people just because like you respect yourself? Like respecting yourself actually genuinely means that you respect the other people despite what you might know about them, not know, believe, not believe, like whatever it is, just because of the fact that you actually respect yourself. I don't think black men have learned this lesson. I don't think a lot of men have learned this lesson. I don't think a lot of women have learned this lesson. Especially women who are walking through this society as wives. I really want to like stop for a second and like kind of call out that group. And it's not all of them, because I do hear some women. I think Candace Owens is probably a good maybe the only role model that I've seen that kind of pragmatically talks about it. But like if you are a person who is married but who also just kind of like sees themselves as a community member and a person who lives in society, then you understand that like there are some other people who are not married. Like there are some other women who are not married, and like probably most of them are not like, most of them don't believe that they're going to like take your husband or something. So I don't even know why that narrative is like a prevalent narrative. Like for married people, hopefully they found their significant other and are just like happy with them. That's the hope, that like their significant other is like giving them the things that they want and need. Hopefully. I feel like reality has proven to us though that that isn't the case. And that's kind of sad, because then those men or those women go out into society looking for more, looking for other stuff that like women who are not their wives have. And it does feel like maybe men are trying to like take things from these women, which feels violent. Feels violent. The point is, if you respect yourself and you expect people to respect your children, you have to demonstrate that respect toward everyone else, not just the people that behave in ways that you like. And because we have so many examples of like not modeling this behavior and treating people as worthless based on money or their sexual activity or clout or really whatever, we have created a society of a world full of valueless people where evil can thrive. And I just want to say, as Resident Evil, like some of you, and especially like I feel some black men haven't learned this lesson, which I think is very funny. And I just hope to spend a part of my career supporting Azealia Banks to show these niggers where they land, because like I don't think they understand. I think they've just had too much of a cushion for too long, where, and a lot of men too, like I think a lot of men are kind of getting a real reality check. Like they're trying to do all these things like the slut shaming, the this, the that. They're coming for everybody. Oh, she did this. Oh, reputations. All of these things, as though those things matter. As though those things matter. I guess we'll see what matters. And I hope we get more examples of evil. Just villainous behavior that thrives, because this society is ripe for it. This society is ripe for that behavior.